Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh. Microorganisms are classified into four major groups. These groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. Now let us discuss about bacteria. Bacteria are small single-celled organisms. Bacteria are found almost everywhere on the earth and are vital to the planet ecosystems. Some species can live under extreme conditions of temperature and pressure. The human body is full of bacteria and is estimated to contain more bacterial cells than human cells. Bacteria are one of the oldest life forms. They are unicellular, that is, they are made up of one cell. They appear in a variety of shapes, size. They inhabited soil, water, radioactivity, waste, and the deep portions of the earth crust. In fact, they also live in plant and animal bodies. Children, bacteria live in colonies. Some of them are autotrophic, means they prepare their own food, while others are heterotrophic, means they depend on others for their food. Bacteria are single-celled organisms with prokaryotic cells, which are single cells that they do not have organelles or a true nucleus and are less complex than eukaryotic cells. Bacteria with a capital B refers to the domain bacteria, one of these three domains of life. The other two domains of life are archaea, membranes of which are also single-celled organisms with prokaryotic cells, and eukaryota. Bacteria are extremely numerous, and the total biomass of bacteria on the earth is more than all the planets and animals combined. Children, now let us discuss the evolution of bacteria. Bacteria first arose on the earth approximately 4 billion years ago and then were the first form of the life on the earth. For 3 billion years, bacteria and archaea were the most prevalent kinds of organisms on the earth. Multicellular eukaryotics did not appear until around 1.6 billion years ago. Eukaryotic cells, which make up all the protists, fungi, animals and plants, also contain what was one bacteria. It is thought that the mitochondria in eukaryotics, which produces energy through cellular respiration, and chloroplast in plants and algae, which produces energy through photosynthesis, both evolved from bacteria that got taken up into the cells in endosymbiotic, means mutually benefiting relationship that comes permanent over time. Now let us discuss the structure of bacteria. The structure of bacteria is known for its simple body design. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms with the absence of nucleus and other cell organelles. Hence, these are classified as prokaryotic organisms. They are also very versatile organisms, surviving in extremely inhospitable conditions also. Such organisms are also called extremophilises. Extremophiles are further categorized into various types based on the types of environments they inhabited. And these are thermophiles, acidophiles, alkaliphiles, osmophiles, barophiles, cryophiles, etc. Another fascinating feature of bacteria is their protective cell wall, which is made up of a special protein called peptidoglycan. This particular protein isn't it found in anywhere else in nature except in the cell walls of bacteria. But few of them are devoid of the cell wall and others have third protein protection layer called capsule. On the outer layer, one or more flagella or pilia is attached and it is functions as an locomotory organ. Pili can also help certain bacteria to attach themselves to the host cells. They do not contain any cell organisms as in animal or plant cell except of ribosomes. Ribosomes are the sites of protein synthesis. In addition to this DNA, they have an extracircular DNA called plasmid. These plasmids make some strains of bacteria resistant to antibiotics. Let us discuss the bacterial characteristics. Bacteria are single-celled organisms. They lack organelles such as chloroplast and mitochondria, and they do not have the true nucleus found in eukaryotic cells. Instead of their DNA, a double-stranded that is continuous and circular is located in a nucleoid. Together, the cell membrane and cell wall are referred to as the cell envelope. Many bacteria need a cell wall in order to survive. Reproduction occurs through binary fusion, which is the splitting of bacterial cell after it reaches a certain size. Bacteria reproduce asexually so that the two daughter cells that result from binary fusion have the same DNA as the parent cell. However, some bacteria can also exchange genetic material among one another in the process known as horizontal gene transfer. This method involves two already existing bacteria. It is not a form of transmission from parent to child. Bacteria can be classified into various categories based on their features and characteristics. The classification of bacteria is mainly based on the following. First one is composition of the cell wall, second one is mode of respiration, and third one is mode of nutrition. Let us discuss about the classification of bacteria based on the composition of the cell wall. The type of first one is peptidocline cell wall. Examples of this is gram-positive bacteria and lipopolysaccharide cell wall, and example of this is gram-negative bacteria. Now let us see what is classification of bacteria based on the shape. Now let us discuss the classification of bacteria on the mode of nutrition. Bacteria can be classified into autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic bacteria comes under the example of cyanobacteria, whereas the heterotrophic bacteria comes under all diseases causing bacteria. Bacteria can be classified into two types on the mode of respiration, that is anaerobic bacteria. Examples are actinomyces, and aerobic bacteria. Examples are mycobacterium. Here, based on the shape, bacteria are classified into bacillus, rod shape, and spirilla or spirochete, spiral, and coccus, spear, comma shaped, circular shaped, we can see in diplo in pairs, rod shapes, Cucurbitacea in oval shapes, curved forms, Vibrio curved rod, other shapes like Helicobacter, helical, and Strepto in chains, Streptobacilli, and Spirali coli, Cornea bacteria, Mycobacteria, Spirochete, Streptomyces. These are the few shapes of bacteria. Bacteria come in myriad of shapes. Three main shapes of bacteria are coccus, spiral, and bacillus. Cocci are bacteria that are spherical or void in shape. Some cocci remain attached after binary fusion even though separate cells have been formed. For example, diplococci are cocci in pairs, streptococci are in chains, and staphylococci are clusters, and multicocci tetrads are square arrangements of 4 cocci, while scarcinae are cubes of 8 cocci. Spiral bacteria are the name suggested spiral shaped. Spirillums are thick, tough spirals. Spirochetes are spirals that are thin and flexible. Fibrosis are comma-shaped rods with a small twist. Bacilli are a rod-shaped bacteria like cocci, can be solitary or arranged together. Diplobacilli are two bacilli arranged next to each other, and streptobacilli are chains of bacilli. Bacteria can also be other shapes such as filamentous, means long and thin, spare, star-shaped, and stalk. The diagram depicts the numerous shapes of bacteria. Let us discuss the types of bacteria. The cell wall also makes gram staining possible. Gram staining is a method of staining bacteria involving crystal violet dye, iodine, and counter stain saffron. Many bacteria can be classified into one or two types. One is gram positive, which shows the stain and appear violet in color under a microscope, and gram negative, which only shows the counter stain and appears red. Gram positive bacteria appears violet because they have thick cell wall that traps the crystal violet iodine complex. The thin cell walls of gram negative bacteria cannot hold the violet iodine complex, but they can hold saffron. This makes gram negative bacteria appears red under gram staining. Gram staining is used for general identification of bacteria to detect the presence of certain bacteria. It cannot be used to identify bacteria in a specific way. Such has at a special level. Examples of gram positive bacteria included the general Listeria, Streptococcus, and Bacillus, while gram negative bacteria include Proteobacteria, green sulfur bacteria, and Cyanobacteria. Now let us discuss some of the examples of bacteria. First one is Escherichia coli is one example of common species of bacteria. It is a bacillus shaped and found naturally in the intestine of many animals including humans, where it is produces vitamin K and B complex vitamins. E. coli is also often used in laboratory researches since it produces quickly and is hardy. Most strains of E. coli are harmless to humans, but some can cause infections. E. coli infection can be result in gastrointestinal problems like diarrhea, and is one more severe cases bacterial meningitis and pneumonia can occur. Another type of bacteria is the Lactobacillus acidophilus is another bacillus-shaped species of bacteria naturally found in places like the intestine and vagina, where it protects against harmful bacteria. It is a probiotic bacterium found in certain food like yogurt and other fermented foods that is consumed in order to help absorb nutrients and replenish the body's supply of good bacteria. It can also be consumed in small amounts by people with lactose intolerance in order to help them consume lactose. Now let us discuss the reproduction in bacteria. Children, already we discussed that bacteria follows an asexual mode of reproduction called binary fusion. A single bacterium divides into two daughter cells. These are identical to the parent cell as well as to each other. Replication of DNA within the parent bacterium marks the beginning of the fusion. Eventually, the cell elongates to two daughter cells. The rate and timing of reproduction depend upon the conditions like temperature and availability of nutrients. When there is a favorable conditions, E. coli or Escherichia coli produces about 2 million bacteria every 7 hours. Bacterial reproduction is strictly asexual, but it can undergo sexual reproduction in very rare cases. Genetic recombination in bacteria has the potential to occur through conjugation, transformation, and transduction. In such cases, the bacteria may become resistant to antibiotics since there is a variation in the genetic material. Children, prokaryotic, an organism that has a single prokaryotic cell, bacteria, and archaea are prokaryotes. Binary fusion, the method by which bacteria reproduces asexually through dividing. Probiotic, a bacterium that helps maintain a healthy digestive tract when consumed. Horizontal gene transfer between two organisms that are not parent and offspring. Children, now let us discuss the useful bacteria. Not all bacteria are harmful to humans. These are some bacteria which are beneficial in different ways. Listed below are the few benefits of bacteria such as converted milk into curd, lactobacillus or lactic acid bacteria, fermented food products, streptococcus and bacillus help in digestion and improves the body immune system. Actinobacteria, Bacteroidetes, Firmicutes, Proboscidebacteria, production of antibiotics which is used in the treatment and prevention of bacterial infections and etc. Children, now let us discuss about harmful bacteria. There are bacteria that can cause a multitude of illness. They are responsible for many of the infection diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, diphtheria, syphilis, tooth decay, etc. Their effect can be rectified by taking antibiotics and prescribed medication. However, precautions is much more effective. Most of these diseases causing bacteria can be eliminated by fertilizing or disinfecting exposed surfaces, instruments, tools, and other utilities. These methods include application of heat, disinfectants, UV radiations, pasteurization, boiling, etc.